Okay.
Take two.
Take two. Because we shared so many stories, we ran out of tape. Maybe I'll give you a blooper reel for some of these cuts, because Gary's has a blooper reel as well.
Oh, I'm sure. I've known Gary for 25 years.
Yeah, nobody else has a blooper reel yet, but maybe you and I can get a blooper reel. Here we go. Oh, wait, phone. Don't go sideways. Your eyebrows are ugly.
Yeah, like one of...
Sorry, that was terrible.
No, that's fine. One of my...
Here we go. Here we go. Can you do that one again? Yeah. I don't even remember which one it came. Was it a sustained enjoyment one? Was it
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You remember? Because it's already gone from my memory.
Yeah.
So.
It's really, really funny because with enough practice, you can practice, looking at one person directly in front of you, and like, I know exactly where it is that I need to throw to hit my oldest right there.
Wow.
They're laughing over there. Yeah. Like, I keep honing in on them.
Look out, you're about to get pegged by a packet.
But it's like...
Did it!
And I throw stuff. If it's undead, it's gonna die.
Yeah.
But like, that was always really funny because everyone thought that I could do way more damage than I could. It was only against undead. Wow. It would be like an undead walked into the tavern at the Fairplay site. I'm pretty sure it was Ashbury, that was like targeted at me, and like Colin Babcock came and he like walked in, and I was just like, I looked at my team and they were like, "You good?" And I was like, "Stranded, Harmonded, more, grit." And he's like,
just like top down your earth column at him.
Top down him, and he was just standing there, like just smiling,
taking all of those packets, getting hit with all that earth magic,
and like went all the way down. And then I was like, I should probably save something, and I was like, Earth Blade, 8. And he was just like,
with your bows, you got 8 earth.
Did
he even hit you? Did he even make an approach?
He tried, but he was laughing so hard because I don't think he'd ever seen me just go,
an earth cannon top down.
I know what to do.
Yeah.
Especially running with Nemesis, who were previously the Jade Thorns, who were previously...
House Nemesis?
Yeah,
that
who
team?
were previously the Barony of the Ash Forest. They were a lot, and we used to go on mods where there was like this one module that we did up in New Hampshire where we were fighting at Shadowmane. It was a dark unicorn who used to fight the entire town, and it was 6 of us on a mod.
Yikes.
And no one ever got to see, like, only the NPCs that were on those mods ever got to see us like go true aggro of just, okay, what have you got, okay, here's the strategy, you're gonna go over there, you're gonna go over there. You're racially challenged because there was one human on the team that didn't have any resist commands. And so we were like, okay, so we need to save a certain number of command spells to be able to break her from whatever commands that this thing is going to throw. And then we would just top down and pop this dark unicorn in a matter of 15 minutes that used to take the town an hour.
Wow.
And we'd just be like, we did that.
Yeah.
And no one saw.
When it's go time, it's go time. And
like
so
2 NPCs were there to witness
Aww.
that, and we're just like, it's okay, well, because we were still known for being brutal, but just no one ever saw how brutal we were.
Wow, those were special moments.
Yeah, lots
Very
of fun.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we joke around in our family. My husband's grandmother is older and requires a lot of assistance with mobility, and she's always asking my husband or his brothers to help carry her. And my husband's always like, I think she has no idea that you could literally put me on your back and carry me like a backpack around the neighborhood, and that
You've
like
just got the muscle mass in there.
where it's like, like she's small and she's lightweight, and like I can lift her with one arm without a problem, but she's very like, okay, I'll trust you to do this, and I'll lift her and I'll move her, and she'll go, oh, you did that really well. I'll be like, I did that in 4-inch platform heels. Like, this is fine.
Women get underestimated all time. Women and femme-presenting people, all the time underestimated. So
Like I could pick up probably 2 of your grandsons at the same time and carry them. And
honestly, it's part of being a mom. Like, do you know how many babies we've hauled around for how long in our arms?
Or else you're going to be me hitting Colin Babcock in the back of the head 5 times. Fortunately, with an earthstorm.
You don't ever mean to when it happens.
It was just like, sorry.
Go ahead and take them.
Sorry. At least it's an earthstorm.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't hurt you. Let me know if it does.
Aw. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have a talk later. If you're hurt by nurse because he was an ally, you meant as a peacekeeper.
Yeah.
It took me a minute.
That was him. I'm trying to, he was playing his character was vision impaired. And so, like, he constantly
was it
played...
like the spider eye guy?
I'm trying to remember. He looked like he was either a human or maybe a mystic wood elf. I can't remember. But he was in front of me, and we were, like, circled up, and it was this fight where it was like a shadow fight, but also there was a vampire on the field. So, of course, my character was like, Earthstorm!
Freaking out, yeah.
It was just, like, every time that he would come, because he was, like, pacing around the big circle. We were circled up around, like, a ritual or something. And I was just like, Earthstorm, 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 as soon as he'd come around. And I kept hitting
test your range of
Colin.
motion.
Yeah. Kept hitting poor Colin in the side of the head, and I'd be like, sorry, Earthstorm. And I'd be like, did it affect you? And he'd be like, no.
No effect.
To be like, you let me know if it does.
Yeah.
You let me know if it does. He's like, I fully expect to get peppered.
Yeah, the moment I realized what you said with that, like, my soul left my body. I was like,
Let me know if that does affect you.
Yikes. All right.
One of my favorite ones that I saw somebody else do as far as drawing aggro was House Nemesis, back when they were Jade Thorns, had finally permanently killed this vampire that they had been going after for years. And they asked the NPC if they could have his vampire teeth little prosthetic thing.
Ooh.
And they gave it to him, and when they made a sword, they made a magic sword that they referred to as Dental Plan, and they embedded the teeth in and then put stuff over the top so that it was still combat safe.
Yeah.
And the next time that vampire's allies came out, we were like, this is what we did to your friend.
Ooh. Aggro strategy. Very strong.
And, like, I remember the NPCs going,
Do I see teeth?
Are those teeth? You're like, yeah, those are vampire's teeth. Those are embedded in the weapon. And we're like,
Wow.
It was so good because it was like, yeah, we not only killed your buddy, we desecrated him, we stole his teeth, and we used him in our weapon.
And as short as I can make a personal story, one of my characters, Fidget, who was a rabbit, Wilderkin. She was like a 6 Red Bulls a day character, who had absolutely no social graces whatsoever. She ran away from being a rabbit because she didn't want to be a mom, and she just wanted to go blow stuff up. So that's what she was going to go do. And there was this one fight. It was a big fight against a Shadow Lord. It was like a big deal. And one of the big spellcasters had used up all of his spells, and he was a barehanded caster. And he walked onto the field, and he was like, "I'm so sad that I can't do anything." And I was like, "I can help you." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "You just gotta stay real still." He was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Maybe close your eyes." And he was like, "Okay." And I set a trap on his chest. And I said, if that bad guy comes over here, I want you to walk 5 feet. And I gave him a potion to give him a magic armor, and I left him there.
Whoa.
But, like, you can, even if that's what your character limit is, that's a thing that you can do. You can just
like
go,
as a guy with no spells.
Yeah. Like
or as a fidget rabbit who's kind of quirky.
I can do one thing,
you can
and
make
I
these
can do it
stories
really well.
Together.
I can sneak up on somebody, and I can trap things.
Yeah.
And, oh look, I trapped something, and I know out of game that if that trap moves more than 5 feet, it's going to go off. So, you know, put a magic armor on Baron and put a trap on his chest and walk away. And leave him going, guys? Guys?
This is your strategy now. There's drama. You're making it a fun story, and that's what you're gonna do.
And you know, Jay absolutely loved that moment because he was just like, he just walked up and slapped a, you know, it was like a soda can with a mouse trap on it on his chest. He was just like, stay real still.
Wow. That is fun.
Know your role. You can do fun stuff no matter what it is, no matter how limited you are. My alchemy in that fight was absolutely useless because everything was immune to alchemy. So I had traps. I was like trapping the battlefield and waylaying things from behind, and that was about it.
Wow, there you go.
It's like, you know, every once in a while someone will hand me like a full cauliflower full of packets and say, I need you to go circle res this person because of this plot point. And I'll go, okay, you know, is this player emotionally prepared for this? You know, because like if it's an old B, like I got sent out to circle res Rain Eagle, and I was like, Ray's not going to have any problem with this. I'm just going to go circle res him, and I did. And like I just went out and was just like bam, 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 like at top speed and exactly in the ways that I knew that he can't dodge it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he like laid down and like tossed the circle down. I was like, how you doing, bud? And he's like, man, you got me. Dead to rights. He's like, every time. And he's like, and every time after this, every fight that we have after this, that you don't do this, I know you are being kind. And that you are letting me have fun.
Yeah.
But like, you know, my abdominal muscles stretched out, you know, for my first pregnancy. My belly was out to here the day I gave birth. I used to use it like a TV tray while I was eating dinner.
Yep.
Like I was so far out, and like your muscles stretch, and then you have to learn how to engage. I can't dodge the way I used to be able to dodge anymore. So now when I'm on the field, like I have to do things completely different than how I did when I was 19 and just like charging into battle with my disco ball shirt.
And you're punching Florentines.
And my punching Florentines and getting all up in big dudes' faces while being, you know, yelling. And, you know, like in real life, they would just like put their hand on top of my head and just be like, you can't reach me. You can't reach me. I'm 6'8". What are you gonna do?
Oh my goodness.
I will bite your ankles! Or your knees. Probably your hamstrings. Ah! Just like, or, you know, someone who's like refitting back behind the lines, who's, you know, like talking with their friend, you're just like, yeah, they're in range.
Do like a...
And, you know, like, I just say my incant, because I know that they can't hear me without me, like, yelling it. Just be like, yeah, pin. And then she'd be like, and you're like talking to the friend, and like, what was that? Pin! Got it!
Yeah, leaning into what you can do. Like, really committing to those cool stories you can make.
Of just, you're still on a battlefield, maybe have to chat later.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, they're totally, like, doing, like, oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, they're not paying attention anymore.
Not paying attention at all because they're refitting their armor.
You gotta teach them. You gotta teach them better.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I remember the first web that I landed. I was like a low B mod, and web was like a 5th or 4th even, maybe 6th. Low circle spell. Yeah. I mean, I must have been low B enough that I was still throwing webs instead of memorizing only spell shields, right? So I had a 5th circle web, and it hit an NPC, and they froze, and I was like, oh, I did something with a packet! those memories of those stages. When I was only bare-fisted. I started bare-fisted.
5'4" little thing,
feisty little
screaming
thing?
and yelling and charging into battle. Where they were like, "Look at her go!"
I get that a little bit. I level with that a lot. What if I've been called like a feisty little beast, something like that?
And like it was really funny too because you know, I did a lot of really fun stuff when I was in my early 20s, especially. Like one of my characters had a shirt that was covered in sequins. And so I'd run into battle with like a cloak on, and I'd like run straight in, and then I'd throw it up, and then go disco ball, because all of a sudden everyone in the front line was blinded, and it'd be like, and that was my Florentine fighter, and she was a scout, and it was just
making it fun.
It was really, really, really fun.